All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are getting into a really beautiful story by Sudha Murty. It's all about how something as simple as reading can connect different generations and, spark this deep, quiet need for independence.
So, to kick things off, let me ask you something. Have you ever taught one of your grandparents something new? Maybe how to use a smartphone, or even just a new recipe? Think about that for a second. That feeling when the roles are kind of reversed. That special connection is exactly what's at the heart of the story we're talking about today.
Okay, so our story starts in this small village in North Karnataka, where life just moves at its own pace. And here we have a 12-year-old girl and her grandmother, Krishtaka, who share this weekly ritual that's, well, it's everything to their relationship. Now, in this village, life really revolved around the arrival of one bus. The transport was so bad that the morning paper didn't even show up until the afternoon. And the weekly magazine they were all waiting for, always a day late. Its arrival wasn't just a delivery. It was a huge event that the whole community looked forward to.
The grandmother, who the author calls Ava, she'd never been to school, so she couldn't read. So every week, her granddaughter would read the magazine out loud to her. And Ava, wow, her concentration was just on another level. She'd forget everything else, completely lost in the story. She was so tuned in, she could actually recite the whole thing by heart after hearing it just once.
So you're probably wondering, what was in this magazine that was so captivating? Well, it was a serialized novel, kind of like a TV show, but in print. And for Ava, this wasn't just some story. It was like looking in a mirror.
The novel was by an author named Triveni, who was incredibly popular in the Kannada language. What made her writing so special was her knack for getting into the complicated, messy feelings of regular people and making it all feel so real and easy to understand. I mean, even though she passed away young, people are still reading and loving her work generations later.
So the novel, which was running in a magazine called Karma Veera, was called Kashi Yatre. It's about this elderly woman whose lifelong dream is to go on a pilgrimage to the holy city of Kashi. For her, this is the ultimate punya, like the greatest good deed you can possibly do. She scrapes and saves for years, and she's finally ready to go. But then, she runs into this young orphan girl who's heartbroken because she can't afford to get married. And in this incredible moment, the old woman gives all of her life savings to the girl, choosing someone else's happiness over her own dream.
For Ava, Kashi Yatre was so much more than a story. It was her story. See, she had also spent her whole life dreaming of going to Kashi. She completely identified with the main character's faith and her sacrifice. This novel became a huge part of her life. She'd discuss every single chapter with her friends at the temple, getting into these passionate debates about what the characters would do next.
But this special weekly ritual, this thing that brought them so much joy and connection, it's about to